gas masks and hand grenades. Gas masks and hand grenades. Gas masks and hand grenades. Gas masks and hand grenades.
Hey, what is happening out there, YouTube? It's Gas Masks and Hand Grenades here. I'm your host, Jeff. We're going to do a collector scum update. The way these are kind of shaping up to happen is about once a month I get so much crap that I need to show that I I do a collector scum edition. So we're back to another one. I think the last one was a little over 4 weeks ago. We are gonna do a post stream hang here, a Saturday Slay crew. Even though we did one the other night, I think Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, we did one over on Rick's channel. But we're gonna do a more full one here with a whole bunch of people joining in as the night goes. That'll start around 10:30. It'll be a separate stream. What is happening, everybody? Lots to show. Some things to note real quick here before we... Hey, what's up? AZ, Mick, and Tim, what's going on? A couple other people here sliding in. We'll probably see a bunch more as things go. But good to see everybody. This a couple announcements to make. Number one, again, we are doing a post-collector scum hang here for the Saturday Slay crew dudes. A bunch of people are going to be joining in. Probably in the 10:30 range. It'll probably take me about an hour and a half to get through all this stuff. This is going to be the last one that I do using StreamYard. I am leaving StreamYard. I've joined a Restream because it's a lot cheaper. And although I did have to sign up for a year, but it was literally the same price as what I used to pay StreamYard. StreamYard jumped from $24.99 to $49.99. And you didn't really, in my opinion, get remotely what you should, money's worth out of it. So I limped along for 2 months at $50 a pop, and then I was like, fuck this, man. I'm done with this. So we're moving to Restream when I get back from my vacation, which I'll touch on very briefly here before we get into the collector scum part of this thing. Coming up on Monday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, we've got two of the guys, the bassist and drummer from the band Bedsore. If you know anything about Bedsore, they are a $20 spin band. Really progressive metal, progressive death metal. Now they're very 70s rooted on this new album, which we're going to talk about here tonight. And we'll be hearing more about that probably in the year-end, which actually happens in January. We're going to talk about that in a second here. So, yeah. I'm going to move to Restream. We're going to do this stream tonight, and then the following, Saturday Slay crew thing is going to be tonight. And then Monday at 3 p.m., I've got the Giulio Remoli and David Itre, bassist and drummer of Bedsore, their new album. I got to remember the name of it. For the Love of Strife. Yeah, I'm missing one word in there. We'll see it here in a minute. But absolute fucking banger. Amazing album, especially if you love 70s stuff. We'll touch on that in the collection update. And then on Tuesday, I just got confirmed, Terry Gorley from Heir Apparent is going to join me. I don't know if Phil Tugas is going to join or not. I've been trying to get him sorted out, and it just hasn't happened as yet. So I don't know if he's going to join or not, but he might. If he does, super cool. That's looking to be at either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I'll have artwork and a promo up for that tomorrow afternoon sometime because he just confirmed to me a few minutes ago. So there you go. We got the last three things on StreamYard, and then I'm taking off. On December 4th, I am taking off going west for about 2 weeks, 12 days to be exact. I'm going out to Denver to hang with Jimmy and my buddy Scott. We're going to the Denver Decibel Fest. So that's Autopsy, Yob, Paul Bearer, Crip Sermon, Frozen Soul, God, who else is on that bill? Daiva, Paul Bear, Sir Thungal, Dreadnought. So a lot of killer bands. Oak, Ash, and Thorn. There's a whole bunch of killer bands on it. And with my health, I'm just like, fuck it, man. I'm going. I don't care. It was initially just going to be a 4 or 5 day trip. And then in talking to my buddy Chuck, who some of you guys may know from the Saturday Slay Crew thing, he lives out in San Francisco. And I have not been out to San Francisco in 18 years. And we've been talking about doing this hang forever. I kind of knew he was never going to come in my way. I knew if it was going to happen, I'd have to go out his way. Well, I'm going out his way. I'm leaving on Sunday after the Decibel Fest and flying over to San Francisco and staying for 8 days with Chuck. Chuck is probably regretting that decision mightily at this point in time. So, yeah. So, there you go. I'm going to be gone for about 12 days. I do plan to do some reporting and recording and stuff like that. Maybe I'll upload while I'm away, while I'm in Denver, seeing the shows. And actually, while I'm in San Francisco, I'm going to go see Chelsea Wolfe. I'm going to try to get in to see Death Angel. If I don't make that, might go see Wasp. I'm not too keen on giving Blackie my money, after what he pulled with the whole Trump thing. Doesn't matter. I know he has freedom of speech, and he's allowed to like who he wants and vote for who he wants. That's fine. I don't care about that. But unfurling the Trump flags and shit like that, fuck off, Blackie. I'm probably not going to give you my money. I'm sure you're crying about that. I'd love to see Armored Saint, though. But yeah. So, anyways, while I'm out there, I'm definitely going to catch some shows, and we're gonna do some updates. Little plug for my favorite beer here, Lancaster Brewing Company, the Raspberry Blue Trail, Raspberry Lemon and Blueberry Shandy. This shit rips, man, and it's a 5% too, which you wouldn't think with a candy ass pussy beer like that. But this is good stuff, man. This is great stuff. Okay. So that's kind of what's going on. I think when I get back on the 17th, I would say it's unlikely that anything gets done. However, I do think they're very, very much likely, and this could change. Maybe I end up doing these from out west. But I think there's a very good chance I'm going to have somebody from Opeth on and somebody from Tribulation. I'm in touch with their PR person, and the holiday kind of got in the way, but I think that things are going to happen there. So I'm probably betting it'll be Frederick and probably Adam, maybe Johannes. I'm not sure. So I'm stoked about that, and I'll figure that software out while I'm away to get that to happen. So, all right, it's time. Ola England. What's up, everybody? Anyway, I like Ola. He's fun. He gets cooler guys than I do. That's for damn sure. Okay, so I got a shitload of CDs and a shitload of, I think only 2 box sets. Well, kind of. It's a vinyl box set. And a shitload of vinyl and a lot of CDs. So, does anybody have a preference for what they want to see first? I can go either way. I will warn you that there might be 1 or 2 or 3 overlaps in the CD department because I did not take the time to watch my last update, and I couldn't remember whether this stuff had come in time. 8 tracks first? Damn. Cassettes. God, you're out of luck. 8 tracks. Okay, 8 tracks. You're out of luck. All right, we're back to CDs, box sets. Let's do the box sets first because there's only 2 of them. I'm 99% sure I showed this one, but if I did, probably not a lot of people have a lot of interest in this anyways. Limited to 2,000 copies, the Base Communion box set. I do believe I showed this. This is all the material that was generally put out just as vinyl only. So I do think I did talk about this, but we won't get into it much. But this is Stephen Williams' drone ambient project. There is 4 CDs. This came out, oh man, probably like 14 or 15, maybe a little after that. Ah, shit. Come on, man. Let me look on the 2013, actually. Yeah, so I was close. On Tone Float out of the Netherlands, who Steven's been working with for years, Charles over there. And he took all the stuff that was just essentially vinyl only, like 7 inches, I think there was a 10-inch. There was some very limited editions of certain things, with the exception of the one album in here is Pacific Codex, which you could only get in a box set of, I think, 900 copies, maybe 1,000, I think, something like that. Anyway, I love this drone stuff. I love this, but I kind of missed a lot of these because I made the mistake of falling in love with a woman at one point in time. Yes, she was a woman, yes. I have kids too, believe it or not. I know you find that hard to believe, but two actually. Yeah, all this stuff was basically vinyl with the exception of Pacific Codex, which came with in a slipcase box set, which I have that already. But I had to go after these because it's just a lot of cool stuff. The Carl Glover, really cool artwork in here. Very sparse English World War II detritus on the coastline and stuff like that. These are some pictures of like 50s era, 40s era, I think bomb making plants or whatever. So this one I missed out on when it came out because like I said, I was in love with this chick and spending all my time with her, not as much money on this kind of stuff. Boo. And I ended up missing this. So I hunted it down and I found a reasonably cheap copy on Discogs. Thanks to that guy for not going crazy on me. But this was pushing $100. I think it was like 80 or something shipped. So I'm glad to have that. Only 2,000 of these exist. Okay, that's one of them, but I might have shown that before, and if I did, sue me. All right, this one I know I didn't show because I just got it in. Marillion This Strange Engine, the Deluxe Edition 2024. I had said I wasn't going to get any more of these because when we got to the last one, which I believe was, which one was it? Yeah, I can't remember. I forget the album before this. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. Was it Afraid of Sunlight? No. Maybe it was. No, it was. I know what it was. It was Season's End, which was the first Hogarth one, but they did it out of sequence, weirdly, because they put Afraid of Sunlight and Brave and Holiday in Eden. So the last one was the first one with Hogarth after Fish left, and that was the Season's End. And I said, that's it. I'm done. I got all the cool H-era, Hogarth era stuff I need. I got all the Fish ones. I don't need these. And then this came up for sale for $28. I'm like, I got to get this. There's no way. 5 discs, 2 live shows, a remastered. You get the album remixed for 2024, which this needed a remix, quite frankly. So it's cool they did that. Live in Grand Rapids, 97, disc 1 and 2. And then you get all the B-sides and bonus tracks. And you get a Blu-ray with the making of Strange Engine. You also get the LCPM stereo 9624 and the DTS HD. Plus, you get this Strange Engine jams and early versions. And you get Live in Utrecht, May of 97, which is an actual film. And then you get the documentary, like I said. You also get the remix on CD as well. On the Blu-ray. And then you get the promo films of Man of 1,000 Faces and Estonia with friends from the orchestra version. So for this amount of money, I still like this album. There's some really great songs on it, like Man of 1,000 Faces is great. One Fine Day is great. Memory of Water is really good. This Strange End is pretty cool. Estonia is great. 80 Days is great. So this is still a good... hey, Andrew, what's up? What's up, Jason Boardman? Dreadful Rick. Hey, man, last shot. Good for a hang and talk. Yep. So anyway, this is a great album for 24 or 28 bucks. I think it was. I just couldn't say no. Does that mean I'm going to keep getting them? Probably not, because other than Marbles, which I already have in the expanded book, which the crowdfunded one way back when it was, I don't even know what it was called back then. I can't remember what they called it. something or other where you pledge music. Maybe was that it? Where you'd actually pay them up front and then they'd record it and then you get your name in the book and you get a special edition. I have the Marbles edition. That was the last for me great album. I've collected everything since then. I have everything. A lot of good albums, but I don't really think I need these editions. But if they're all 28 when they come out, I'll grab them. They usually aren't though. That's the thing. So they're usually more like 50 or more, you know. So there you go. That's that. A couple of the CDs that might, this one in particular, I might have shown, but I wasn't sure. I think I did. Was this came in the Nasty Savage first album? It's really the one I like the most. I do like the other stuff. It's a slipcase. I do like the other stuff, but I don't really feel like I need to chase that down. This comes with a cool poster inside that's kind of neat. And I did interview Ronnie, which was good fun. He was a really cool guy. But this is the one that I like the most. I believe this is a Brazilian copy. Well, it's a licensed copy from Aruba's. So I think this is Brazilian. And it's got I don't know if this is no, this doesn't have any extra tracks on it. Anyway, Nasty Savage out of Tampa, Florida. Brandon. Great stuff. All right. We'll just go into CDs and we'll do. I like the new Jason. I like the new one. It's okay. I think it's solid. It's got some great riffs in it. It's not, Ronnie's probably the weak link in it. To be honest with you, his vocals aren't. Dude's 66 years old or something like that. 65, 64 maybe. He's not a young cat anymore. And I think it's a little one-dimensional overall, but I do like it. It's not a bad album. If I saw it, for $10 or $8 or somewhere, I'd grab it. So, all right, I'm a huge George Harrison fan. I have a lot of George Harrison, or had a lot of George Harrison on CD and vinyl. I gave all that vinyl to my daughter. None of it was original, but I did get an original copy of All Things Must Pass box set for my daughter for Christmas last year. So, but in keeping with that, they just reissued the Living in the Material World album. It's a 2 CD edition. I didn't see like a massive like super deluxe, or I might have thought about getting it, but I'm probably okay with the 2 CD versions. You got the album itself, the original from 1971. Some great songs on here. Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth, Sue Me Sue You Blues, The Light That Has Lighted the World. I love that song, man. Who Can See It's gorgeous. The Lord Loves the One That Loves the Lord is great. Be Here Now is great. It's a great album, man. It's George was always the guy for me in the Beatles. Always, I love the Beatles, but I don't listen to them much. But George was always my dude, and so then you get a lot of supplemental album extras. You get a lot of acoustic versions that are really really cool, which were also on the expanded edition, the 5 or 6 CD edition of All Things Must Pass, which, by the way, if I never said it before, All Things Must Pass, top 3 album for me in my whole entire world. I think it's fucking genius album. But all kinds of good stuff here on acoustic. But the All Things Must Pass had the same thing. A lot of like demo versions of songs that became Phil Spectorized. And they're so good, man. So good. Some cool little photos of Friar Park, I think is the name of his house, or his estate, I guess you'd call it. There's the colorized version, the black and white version, and then the stuff. There is a poster of the album. Not anything that you would frame, I don't think. Just kind of a cool little swag thing. I don't always get these, like, what's the point of them, but whatever. And then a nice booklet in here, too, that I'm not going to be able to get out. Oh, there, I got it. I'm not doing this for all of them, by the way. A lot of these are just regular jewel case things. So cool, interesting info thing with regards to the making of the album and following up, the massive success of where'd that go? The massive success of God damn it. Where'd that go? There we go. A little thing here. And actually, when he wrote this song, he started the foundation that ended up doing the Bangladesh thing, which I think this album came out right after Music for Bangladesh. So, which was and I think still is, a not for profit for that. So, all right, what do we got here? So on Monday night, Rick and I don't know if Rick's still here, but we went to see this band. I had already seen them Saturday. And then I met up with Rick, who didn't have a ticket. We'll tell that story again later. But we got him in thanks to Arthur Rizik and the BI tour manager guy. We'll tell that story in the after party. But the keyboard player, I didn't know his name. I didn't know who it was because I hadn't yet watched the making of the album, the documentary. I have since. I watched it yesterday. It's fucking great. One of the best making of documentaries I think I've ever seen. It's super fucking cool. It really is fun to watch that album come together and the excitement of the guys, in the band. What I realized then afterwards was digging up a little bit was the keyboard player that they have on tour with them is a guy named Nicholas Remquist, I believe. Ronquist. It's the same last name as the guy that's in Opeth. I don't think they're brothers, but Endfist or whatever. Anyway, he's in a band called Halas. And so I had to go buy some Halas. I got the new one. I think that's this one here. And this, I believe, is the one before that, I believe. Yeah, you did tell me that. That's right. Thank you, Andrew. Would you like a cookie for that later? I'll get some cookies and milk out for you, Andrew. Oh, that's right. You're allowed to drink now. I forgot. You're legal. All right, so Halas, this is Conundrum, and this one here is the Isle of Wisdom. I have the first one on the way, but it wasn't delivered yet. So this Isle of Wisdom is 22, and Conundrum is 2020, and the Isle is 20. The first one, which I can't remember the name of, I believe is 16, maybe 18, something like that. So really cool Swedish prog in the man, like. What would I say these guys are like? I guess kind of like Eloy, or they're kind of neo-prog, but more rooted in the 70s. And I'm trying to think of who they remind me of. Fuck. Maybe Gentle Giant a little bit, not vocally, but musically a little bit. That's it. Excerpts from a Future Past. Thank you, man. That's the first one, I believe. The second one I don't have yet. I've got to find it. It was kind of spicy on Amazon. So, and yes, I buy shit on Amazon. Sorry, I know I'm making Jeff Bezos even richer, but I do buy a lot from other places too. So Halas, I got a couple of them, and the third one's on the way. Really highly recommended if you like 70s prog that has a little bit of a neo prog vibe to it. All right. So here's another one that band that I only had one album of theirs, but I've listened to a lot of the other stuff. And why I don't own this, I couldn't tell you, or didn't own it until now. I really couldn't tell you, man. I really couldn't tell you. But I finally picked up a copy of Christian Death's Only Theater of Pain. What a banger of an album. I fucking love this. I love that gothy shit. I love Roz's voice. I like the Roz albums era a lot more than I like the Valor era stuff. Although Valor is on this next one I'm going to show. I think. Yeah. So I picked that up, and I picked up Ashes. I think this is kind of the last real good one, but I will say the fucking song. What the hell is it called? When I Was Bed. Strange ass fucking song. And then there's another one. I think it's called is it Lament or is it Of the Wound? The one where the baby's crying throughout it. Terrible. But this album rules. This one I'll give like a 7 out of 10 on so far after one spin. I'd never actually heard that one. I only heard the first three. I have an original Catastrophe Ballet from whatever label they were on. Was that Frontier or something like that? Or Cleopatra? I don't remember. But yeah, Christian Death. Two good ones here. Well, one really good one in Only Theater of Pain, and a solid one in that one there. So going back to BI, I picked this up at the show, the second show rather. The first show I only got a shirt at. They did not have the one last thing that I need, which is the vinyl of Starspawn. So I got to find that somewhere. But live vitrification, this is great, man. It's fucking killer. For live, it's pretty, it's a board, I believe. I believe it's from, where is it from? Holland, is it? Or is it U.S.? Don't remember where this was recorded. It probably says on the jacket here, but I've gotten pretty much everything else, and I don't really need anything other than live in New York. I believe this was at Saint Vitus, I believe. Yeah, Saint Vitus, 18 May of 18. So I finally got that. So we're almost close to wrapping that collection up. And then in keeping with that, I also got in the Spectral Voice demos, the Necrotic demos. These are killer too. So I think I have everything from Spectral Voice now except for the split with BI, which I know someone that has one that I got to, he's looking to sell it, but he wants way too much money for it for me. All right. I usually do my due diligence when I buy stuff. I look to see if there's any sketch. And, you know, just because you might buy sketch doesn't mean I have to buy sketch. We all have our thresholds. And what the hell? But this band, I fell into them because I was watching the Nuclear War Now or Helios Press interview with Jeff Whitehead. And he happened to mention, I have a box set of the old Leviathan stuff that's really not easy to come by. And it came out on Moribund. And I fell on their page and I fell on this band's stuff, and I listened to this album and I'm like, man, I'm getting that album. That fucking rules. Then I did a little research and found out they're Finnish. So I should have looked first, and they're a bit sketch. This is Azagal, and the album is Of Beasts and Vultures. This fucking album rips, man. It is really fucking killer black metal, man. But it's got a little bit of a progressive edge to it, ever so slightly. It's melodic, and it's fucking good, but it's evil, man. And the vocals are, you know, vitriolic and fucking heinous and horrible. But this album rules. It really is good. I'd never heard of them before. I don't know that I'll keep going, but I might. You never know. I might do it. I don't know. I mean, look at those handsome cats. Like, seriously, like, come on, man. I think, is that Abba's brother? Is that Abbas' brother? I think it is. I think that's Abbas' brother. Sabbath. Anyway. So there we go. Azagal. Very good one. All right. We're moving on. This one was a gift from Rick the other night. It is called, I can't read it, Lanzarath. I know that name. And Shroud of Despondency. So haven't listened to it yet. I've heard good things about it. But that was a gift from my dude Rick when we met up on Monday night. All right. Next up. This just came in a couple days ago. Black Curse, the new release. Burning in Celestial Poison. Holy fucking schmackenhammers, man. This thing is goddamn fucking evil. Evil. Man, it's so good. It is so good. And it's 4 long tracks, unlike the other one, which was more shorter tracks with 1 or 2 long ones, Endless Wound. This thing is just cavernously evil. And, man, the blasty sections are fucking sick. Eli Wendler may have one of the most disgusting death metal, blackened death metal vocals that you're ever going to find. I like this so much, I picked this up in the in the also as vinyl, so you'll see it again. All right, Anatomia from Japan. I had for a long time. I had this in my cart. Man, like this fucking band is kind of like a slower, more evil. If you took Winter and you mixed it with Spectral Voice, and you if you threw them in a tar pit and said play and try to sing while you're burning up in a tar pit, that's Anatomia. And this is Corporeal Torment. Man, this fucking album is just swampy, soupy, evil, dark. The vocals are just they're so guttural. They sound like a spigot draining, man, like from far away with echo on. It's just like you literally you have no idea what the hell he's saying. Fucking dank. Uh-oh. Gonna get cut off for showing a boob eye. We showed a boob eye. This album fucking is sick as fuck, man. Anatomia. All right. I think I already showed this, but there's the Black Curse, the first one, Endless Wound. And we'll move on from that. I'm pretty sure I showed it. Thomas Dolby, The Gate of to the Mind's Eye soundtrack. I got these for like $5. And I love the first Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless. I may have shown these two, but I don't think I did. You would know this album if you're from the 80s. You would know this from She Blinded Me with Science. So Blinded Me with Science is on there. Also, one of our submarines, Europa and the Pirate Twins, Flying North. Such a great fucking album, man. Such a great album. I don't know this one yet. I haven't listened to it, but it was $5. So I'm like, I'm taking it, man. Why not? I want to grab the rest of them that I don't have. I have one other one. I can't remember. The Flat Earth. I have that one. And then I have like a compilation of Thomas Dolby. Great, great artist from that era. I may have shown this one too. John and Vangelis, the Friends of Mr. Cairo. John is, of course, the singer. And this is an OG too, by the way. I got this when I was Rick. I think I might have showed this. I couldn't remember, though. This is soundtracky. John is the singer for Yes, or was the singer for Yes. Good stuff. All right. I don't think I showed this. I really don't. If I did, I'm sorry. There's a couple in there I just wasn't sure of. Well, you know what? We'll hold that to the end because the ones I'm not sure of, I'll hold off until the end. All right. I finally got my copy of Dodomsgard 666 International. I'm very close to having all the Dodomsgard. This one's a tougher one to get into, man. This fucking thing is pretty fucking wild and weird and just out there, man. Took me a while to get this because it was on order for a long, long time, and so there you go. Yeah, Tim, I was not going to go back and watch everything I showed. I just didn't have time today. So, there may be a couple of overlaps here. The new Engulfed, I think this came out many months ago. It's called Unearthly Litanies of Despair. I believe this is a Turkish death metal band, I believe. I honestly haven't listened to it other than my initial time. I love that fucking artwork, man. That artwork is badass. Wow, that's cool. I'm going to see. Let me see if I can do something here quick. Settings. General. I'm going to try this. Yeah, I got really dark, didn't I? Well, it takes care of the glare, but fuck, man. It really makes it dark as fuck in here. Let me see. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work either. All right, we'll do. How's that? Son of a bitch. Well, while I'm showing these, I'll keep it like that. I should turn the TV on. Engulfed. Yeah, that's the one that Marty showed. All right, and this one here. Yeah, I love Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This is live at the Fillmore East, 1969. Recently discovered. I love this band. I love the harmonies. I might try to turn the Yeah, that's a little better. There we go. So yeah, this has a fucking. So they had done some of their solo stuff here, and so it's got it's got Almost Cut My Hair, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, Guinevere, Helplessly Hoping, Blackbird. They do a 10-minute They do an electric version, an electric set, and an acoustic set. And the electric set has Long Time Gone, Wooden Ships, Bluebird Revisited, Sea of Madness, Down by the River, man. The Down by the River 12-minute badass fucking killer version, and Find the Cost of Freedom. So anyway, man, this is a fucking amazing band. Was an amazing band. Now we've lost David, obviously. Crosby's dead, and I don't think anyone. I'm not sure if. I guess David was the one that was ostracized because of his comments about Neil Young and Daryl Hannah, but I don't know, man. I wish I had. I really wish I had seen these guys when, or at least the trio when they were touring before David died, because his high harmonies were so beautiful, man. But anyway, so there you go. That's my pink panty wearing entry. Finally picked this up. It's been a couple years since it's been out, 21 or 22 maybe. Loved it when it came out. I just didn't have any money back then, so finally grabbed this edition here. Torn Arteries, man, the riffs. Bill Steer, goddamn, what a fucking riff monster. The best. Also picked up a copy of My Dying Bride's latest, The Mortal Binding. I think it's the best album they've done in quite a while. But even said, it's probably not going to make my year end. I did check out the new High Parasite thing that Aaron is doing. Didn't do a lot for me, I hate to say. Okay. Got a copy of this, physical copy of Ancients Beyond the Reach of the Sun. You're going to see this one at the year end. By the way, I'll mention it now. I'll mention it at the end again. We're going to do a top 24 of 24 in 25. So we're actually doing that on January 4th, probably at 8 o'clock starting. It looks to be a lot of people are joining. Not everybody is doing 24. A lot of people are doing 10, 15. I'm doing 24. I think Rick's going to do 24. I think there will be a couple people that will hang the distance. But as those guys that do their 10 or 15 dip out, we'll bring other guys in that do their, to join in. So this album fucking slays. If you love Mastodon and Opeth, mid-period Opeth, you can't go wrong with it. The riffs are amazing. Kenny has a really unique, cool voice. He does, especially when he's singing clean. Love his clean voice. But, man, his growls are fucking, man, they're dangerously close to Michael Ockerfeldt back in the old days, man. They're that good. Finally picked up a copy of this. You might see this again soon. Invincible Shield. Great fucking Priest album. Don't know if I like it as much as Firepower, to be completely honest with you. Firepower had some fucking serious bangers on it, man. But, it's Priest. I got to own it, man. I'm going to own it. So, what else do we have here? We're getting near the end. Not quite, but near the end. All right, we got Hyperdontia, Harvest of Malevolence. I have not listened to this other than just sampling it quick. This all came in about 2 weeks ago, and I was traveling for shows and didn't take this along in the car. But, man, pretty fucking heavy as shit, man. Dutch, I believe these guys are, right? These guys are Dutch, right? Help me out. Someone Holland? Or are they Finnish? I think they're Dutch. Undergangish, crushingly fucking heavy, and their drummer's name is Tuna. I mean, come on. If your name's Tuna in death metal, I'm buying your fucking album, man. I'm just doing it. All right, what do we got here? Oh. These are two that I've wanted forever, and this first one fucking rules. Gorophilia, man. This is like good Morbid Angel, not the later Morbid Angel we've had the last, 4 or 5 albums, whatever. This is called Severed Monolith. And then I grabbed the other one, which I remember. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I listened to it when it came out, In the Eye of Nothing. And this was just as good, except I think the guy's name was Henry. Is that his name? Henry Kuala, who is the singer on this one, committed suicide a number of years ago, which was sad because that guy's vocals are fucking sick, man. They are sick as hell. And, of course, all the teeth are broken in that one. Thank you very much. And, yeah, this one, as I remember, the guitar player started to sing, and he was just as good, man. A little different, but a very David Vincent-ish. The Henry Kuala or whatever was a little more undergangish, a little more that deep guttural, whereas this guy's a little more understandable in the David Vincent vein. So, yeah, Gorophilia, man. I don't know what's going on with them. They haven't put an album out since this one, and this was, damn, this is a while ago, man. I don't know, man. 2020, maybe? Anybody know? I don't see it in here. Maybe it's 2019. Because I don't see it. So, anyways, Gorophilia. If you want to hear really good Morbid Angel worship now, go grab this. Go grab these, rather, I should say. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, I got the two other Crips albums that I needed. The first one, Cadaver Circulation, I got a couple weeks back. I fucking love that album. I've not actually listened to either of these. One's Remnants of Expansion, and the other is called... I need to turn my TV on to get some light in here. Unending Degradation. I imagine it's going to be very much in the keeping with what the Crips, what they do. So I'm sure it's going to be fucking good. But it was 2020. All right, thanks, Jason. 4 years, going on 5 years for Gorophilia. Wow. Fuck, I don't know where my remote is. I'm going to have to turn it back onto the bright mode. This is just too dark. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Sorry. You just have to deal with some of the glare. All right, a handful of CDs yet. Might have showed this, but I don't think I did. Finally got Winter. Man, what a fucking amazingly doomy, gloomy slop fest. This thing is so weird, man. And what is really cool about this album is not a lot of albums sound like this. No other bands really sound like this, man. It's fucking so good, man. So Winter, the Into Darkness album. You're gonna see this again in a minute here. But yeah, fucking banger, man. Just a banger, classic. Okay. Faded Dream, Neon Nightmare, or Neon Nightmare Faded Dream. Everybody knows by now this is Nate Garrett from Spirit Adrift. It is essentially his homage to Type O Negative and a little bit to Danzig, and I gotta admit, it's fucking great. It's really good. It's great. I mean, he does cop some of the melodic sections, like pretty much exact, particularly on the song She's Drowning. I mean, that is right out of Praise of Bacchus, and also Sets Me on Fire. It's All Over, Higher Calling. They literally... Nate, it's a killer album. It is really great. It's very few bands have even tried remotely to ape the Type O Negative sound. I think I'm glad about that, but you did it fantastically. But you did steal some shit. And you know you did. You know damn well you did. I mean, that's just how it works, right? You know, I mean, as guitarists and vocalists and shit, we just do that stuff. This fucking beer is so good. All right. Handful more here. I don't think I showed this. This is the new Aranci Pazuzu. I don't know if I'm even going to try to Muntachuja. I don't know. You're definitely going to hear about this in the top 24 of 24. And you're going to hear it way up high. This fucking album rules. It's like evil fucking Aphex Twin meets Square Pusher meets Bola meets Plaid meets Lustmord meets Jesus fucking Christ. This album is so goddamn good, man. This album is fucking amazing. Rancy Pazuzu. So much so that I just ordered all the other Rancy Pazuzus that I didn't own. I've known of the last three. I've never heard the first four or three, but I've seen them live at Death Fest a couple years ago, and they were fucking amazing. All right. Some Tribulation that I might have shown these. This one. Melancholia. I think I might have. It's got Melancholia, the album version, the remix version, Author and Punisher remix, Pay the Man, which is a really killer cover, Holy Libations demo, the Motherhood of God demo, and the Winds demo. Man, you're going to see I have fallen so deeply in love with this band. I've spent a small goddamn fortune on their stuff. You're going to see in a minute. And there's more stuff coming that didn't make it. I know I showed this, Amartya. I have everything by them with the exception of the new album on CD. I have it on LP. The CD is coming. And it kind of pushed me into getting everything on vinyl. You'll see that in a minute here. Let's see. What's this one? Cutting the Throat of God from Ulcerate. Amazing fucking album. You're going to see that in the year-end thing. Love that spot varnish cover. Such a cool-ass cover, man. This band, I saw them last November, right around this time last November, literally. Which is hard to believe because I didn't honestly even think I'd be alive this November, but this was one of the most intense shows I've ever seen. Fucking killer, man. Ulcerate. Back to Tribulation. Got this for $7 on the Metal Blade sale a couple weeks ago. This has the 2 CDs and the DVD, Alive and Dead at Sodra Teatren. An amazing live performance. Just fucking amazing live performance. Plus, it's got bonus tracks on it, some interviews, video clips. I'm obsessed with this band, man. Obsessed with them. You'll see that when we get to the vinyl. And the new Nile. You'll see about this one at the end of the year thing, too. The Underworld Awaits Us All. Might be the best Nile album in, man, since those who the gods detest. Yeah, I think so. I didn't get the last one, so I don't know that one very well. The one before it, I liked the 2015 one. Iffy Phallic, I don't own that one. And I don't know the most recent, the last one before this. Gates of Sethu, I did not really like very much, although I saw him on that tour. I'm definitely going to see him on this tour in January. But, yeah, this is, I don't think I showed this. I really don't. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Some of these I know I showed, but I'm going to show them again because we're going to talk about real quick one of the things that's coming up. This I did not get recently. I've had that for a little while. But most of the other Swallow the Sun stuff I picked up recently. This fucking album, New Moon, rules. God damn. God damn, it's so good. I'm not sure, but it might be better than this. And I love this album. Okay. This one here, this is a reminder to read the entire description on an eBay thing. I got it for like $9, but I didn't read the thing, and it was a goddamn it sounded like J-Dog. It was a goddamn. It was a library thing, and when I went to peel the shit off, it started ripping off the thing. So the guy ended up giving me like $5 back. I left like for $6. This is When a Shadow is Forced into Light. I think this is the one that came out. Did this come out right after Yuha's wife died or girlfriend died? I think this might be the one. I'm not sure. But the reason I got a lot of this Swallow the Sun is, one, I wanted it, and B, I didn't own it. And where's the rest of them here? Blood. Oh, no. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Hold on, man. Oh, here they are. sorry, blood flowers or moonflowers, excuse me. Already, this came with a crack, and I love when people ship out stuff that's damaged. Maybe this is the one that came out after. Hey, Malia, this might be the one that came out after. Shit, I forget her damn name. Yuha's girlfriend, Aaliyah. No, not Aaliyah. Somebody's gonna know. Trees of Eternity or whatever. I forget her damn name. I apologize. Also, this one, I have not listened to this one yet. There's more boobs. Lots of boobs on tonight's show. Ghosts of Loss. I know this one's great, though. I had it on a CDR. And then the new one I got for like $5. Somebody, I think it was a promo copy. I don't like this as much as I like earlier stuff. And that will, the reason we're getting all this, I still need the Emerald one. I have Roads to the North or Songs from the North, and I need Hope yet. The reason that I bought all these was Aaliyah Starbridge. Thanks, Rick. The reason that I bought these is definitely going to do a Swallow the Sun deep dive in January, probably with Jake from the Upside Down Church and maybe one other person. Maybe Rick. Rick will finally join me for one of these. It's been a while for him. So got all that Swallow the Sun, been digesting that. Love it, love it, love it. Also, I know I showed these, but I am going to be interviewing Terry Gorley on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So watch the website for that. But in the interim, I grabbed these, the Foundation CDs from Heir Apparent. They have the Nemesis, which was their original name, demos from 83, then the Inception Day demo, and then also the Triad, which is a mixture of stuff, and a 2003 demo called just Demo, with some of the songs I believe they're going to end up being on the final or the most recent album. So that's it, I think, on CDs, with the exception of these last two. I finally joined the In Flames crew. I picked up Jester Race, and it also has Black Ash Inheritance on it. Man, does this sound fucking great. Holy fuck. I have one other. I have Reroute to Remain. That's when I came into them way back when, early 2000s. Don't really like that album and never went searching. Always heard that this, Jester Race, Horacle, Clayman, what's the Subterranean? Is that what it is? Subterraneans with the other singer on it, which I really love that and want to get that. But this album fucking slays, man. The guitar work on this album is absolutely fucking amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. Just fantastic stuff. Don't think they probably topped this album as far as I'm concerned. The Subterraneans EP is really good, though. That's close. And then finally, I know I haven't shown this one. Tim's going to tell me. George Benson, Breathing Baby. It's a joke. I'm going to show it every fucking time now, okay? It's just a joke. I love George Benson, so tough shit. Eat it, Canoes. George Benson. All right. I think that's it on CDs, right? Is that it on CDs? Yeah. So we're going to jump over to vinyl, and there's a lot to show. So let's get into it here. Let me get a drink. Get some coffee. Okay. We'll start with the Blood Incantation Astral Spells promo 2014. I wish I'd waited to get this because I paid like $10 more than Rick did. He got it at the show. I wasn't sure they'd have them. It's the 10-inch there. Without my big 10-inch record of a band that plays the blues and a band that plays. Anyways, this is cool. I got it from Blast Beats Vinyl. 666 copies of white, 666 copies of red and black. So whatever that equals, 1890 something, 1898, 1888. I don't know. I'm not good at math. I'm not a math dude. You got the Astral Spells demo, and then you got the rough studio transmissions and the live tracks. This came out on who is it? And they don't usually repress this stuff. Dementia out of the Czech Bohemia. Czech Republic. Yeah, again, color version strictly limited to 666. And there you go. Blood Incantation, Astral Spells promo. All right, we're gonna knock this out now because I just told you I'm completely in love with this band, and I've gone all out to get pretty much everything that they put out. So first up, the Tribulation, waiting for the Death Blow 7-inch. Got a good deal on it, or at least I think it was. I probably will rarely ever listen to this other than once or twice, but I had to have it. It's in minty shape. I don't know what I paid for it, maybe $8, $9, something like that. I thought that was pretty well worth it. Yeah, so there's the first 7-inch. Nah, we don't need an intervention. Nah. All right, and next up on the Tribulation, the Death and Rebirth of Tribulation, Holy Libations demo, and Laudanum Dreams. Might have paid around 10. I can't remember which one I paid roughly 10 for. Yellow, kind of pale yellow, clear vinyl on that one. It does not have a slip. Didn't realize that. Might have gotten lost or damaged. I'm sure I can get a paper sleeve for it, but whatever. So that's cool. Very cool. All right, and of course, this is the only version I have of this album right now. Sub Rosa and Aeternum, the new one. You will definitely see this very, very high. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy? You will definitely see this high on my top 24 of 24 list. I fucking love this band so much, man. So grateful I got to see them twice open for Opeth, and I'll be having them on for an interview too. Could be your number one album of the year, guys, from me. Maybe not. There's a lot of other good ones out there too, so not sure just yet. Not sure. But it's definitely super high on the list. All right. I had to have everything on Tribulation on vinyl. So I picked up the Swamp Green Bone Splatter. I love this album. It was the last one with Jonathan Hulton on it, who, by the way, Jonathan Hulton will be coming on to talk about his solo album probably early January because he's coming over in February opening for Uncle Acid. Very unique artist. Kind of wish he was still with the band, but Joseph is great too. He's fantastic. Super cool guy. Did I say I love this band? Yeah, I love this band. I love this band. Got these super cheap. So I grabbed the Live at Sodra, or Live and Dead at Sodra Tietrin. This one, I believe, is sort of a silver, gray, double album. I got this for $7 freaking bucks on Metal Blade's website. Same with the last one. $7 for the vinyl. And then this just showed up in the mail today. I spent a good chunk of money on this, man. I don't regret it at all. I have one other box set coming of this band, but it's coming from Greece, so I didn't get it in time. And it is the Tribulation Down Below vinyl CD box set. Yeah, I spent some cash on this. Not an amazing amount. I feel like I got a really good deal based on what they're going for. And this came in perfect shape. You get the CD. The only complaint I have is they just slipped the CD into a fucking case. I already have the CD anyways, the original one that came out in, was that 15 or 16? 15, I think. Yeah, I think. So now I got another copy, but whatever. 2 double albums, 3-sided. And this is badass. Look at that. Etched onto the side D. The standard album in black. I think they only did these in black. They might have done them in red too, but super limited. Or maybe it was clear. I can't remember. What's awesome about this is you get a patch. Oh, you get a turntable felt. You get a. This is, I believe, the J card for all the stuff that comes that I'm about to show you. You get this cool little J card, and in that you get the booklet, the lyric booklet, and all the credits. You get four beautiful little frameable. They're not lithographs, but they're like really nice paper stock. They're not thin, flimsy paper stock. They're really nice. I forget what they call them. You get that one. You get this one. You get this one, the album cover, and then the granddaddy, the big behalf. You get this signed by all four members. Jonathan Holton here. I think that's Leander right there. Oscar. That is Johannes right here. And then that's Adam Zars down there. That is fucking super badass. But now there's more. There is a full fold out 4-quadrant poster, which honestly is badass enough that I would frame this. And I might still do, maybe. Depends. I'm not big on framing posters that come in vinyl box sets because they have the crinkles in them. And then finally the gatefold sleeve, which the regular version is not a gatefold. Super high gloss, super thick cardstock, man. I mean, just gorgeous stuff. And there you go. So that one was my super badass, expensive thing I spent a lot of money on. And it wasn't even that much, to be honest with you. It really wasn't. I got that for about $80. And if you look around, the nearest one, like brand new, was $140. So I feel like the guy gave me a killer deal on it. And very happy with that. And let's see. So that's all of the tribulation portion of tonight's show. There will be more soon, though, because I've got more tribulation vinyl coming. But that'll be on the next one around. So there you go. There's the tribulation stuff. All right, where are we at here? All right, Malia, if you're still out there, you fucking cunt. I just dropped all my CDs everywhere. Thank you. Thanks for doing that, man. Malia, if you're out there, this is for you, girl. Let me find the other one. Where it be, man? There it is. All right. So, I have been in a big time 80s mood lately. And a band that I honestly I probably owned maybe one or two CDs of back in the day. I had the greatest hits, and I might have owned this album I'm going to show, but I don't have it anymore. It either got stolen or I traded or whatever. But I'm falling down that slippery slope, man. I'm going after Duran stuff. And I fucking love this band. I love their latest album, Danse Macabre. Oh, it's so fucking good. This is my high school years, gang. I know I'm really fucking old. This is an OG right here, in damn near mint shape. It's still in the fucking shrink wrap. You can see the shrink there. See it? Everything's still perfect. It's perfect. I think I might have gotten this for like $12 or $13, maybe. Every song on this album is a fucking banger, man. It's so damn good, man. Like, get out of here. You got fucking... Hang on. You've got Where are we at here? Come on now, Jeff. God damn it. Hold on. Why is this happening here? Yeah, so we got Rio, we got My Own Way, we've got Lonely in Your Nightmare. I love that song. Hold Back the Rain, Hungry Like a Wolf, New Religion, Save a Prayer, The Chauffeur. Ah, so fucking great, man. Such a great band, such a great album. So Rio, there you go, Malia. You know that one. I know you know that one. You probably have that one. All right, and so that wasn't all that I went with. I got this super cool Japanese import version with the Obi, and this one I believe was only 15,000. Yet only 15,000 units, and I don't know, man. I got it for a steal. I think I got it for like $12, man. Like, get out of here. And this is a killer album, man. I love all the songs on this, man. The Reflex. Let's see what else we got on here. The Reflex is lonely. But this is super cool. Yeah, we got the Reflex, New Moon on Monday. Love that track. Looking for Cracks in the Pavement. Of Crime and Passion. Union of the Snakes, great. The Seventh Stranger. This album fucking rules too. Another goddamn one, man. But yeah. Killer. All right, so you're not a Duran Duran fan, Malia. Well, color me a little bit surprised. Okay, what do we got? Next up, I like the CD so much, I grabbed the vinyl as well. It was a bundle, so I grabbed this and the CD. Cool variant. Again, Nate, you did a hell of a job, dude. It's a great album, man. Really enjoy listening to it. I did not show this the last time, I do not think. This was from my trip down in early October. I think I forgot to show one or two of these that I got, the vinyl stuff I got at Soundgarden down in Baltimore. This was when I went to the Amorphous show. Did not have this. The price was good. So I grabbed it. This is the side length Bargest O Whitby, which is honestly one of the heaviest fucking things My Dying Bride has ever done, if you ask me. The only thing it kind of sucks about is it cuts the album in half. You don't really notice it, but if you had like the CD version, which I had a CDR of it, somebody made, it's a little weird. All right. Michael Schenker Group, NOG, Almost Pristine, man. Chrysalis, I fucking love this album. In particular, my favorite Michael I love practically every Michael Schenker song in those first four albums, but on and on. Just the most classic song. I'll never forget where I was at when I first heard that song. I was in 9th grade. It's 1981. It was the winter of 1981. We were sitting in my buddy's. God, he had this beat up old Cadillac piece of shit that the stereo was worth more than the actual goddamn car was. And we were sitting in the car and he throws this in and On comes on. And we're smoking. I think we were probably smoking weed or something like that, or smoking cigs, something like that. Something dumb. And this sound comes on. And it's one of my favorite all-time songs of all time. All time. Just love that song. Love Gary Barton's voice on it. Unreal. You already saw this one in the CDs. Black Curse, Burning in Celestial Poison. I had to have the vinyl of this too. It's fucking brutal, dudes. Brutal. Some of the most intense, cavernous, cataclysmic death metal you're ever going to hear. It's fucking incredible. By the way, there's a guy in our chat here named Mark. Mark, I don't know your name, your last name, sorry. He has a band called Project Gemini. It's just a hymn project, mostly a solo project. That's, if you're into prog, you're into Old Rush, you're into Saga, you're into Genesis-y sort of stuff, maybe the newer stuff like Duke and on up. I don't know, Mark, you can kind of pimp your own self in the in the comments there what it's like. But Project Gemini, go check it out. He does pretty much everything on the albums as far as I'm aware, and it's good stuff. I got to order some of that, Mark. Sorry I haven't done that, man. I haven't been on the Patrick thing in a long time. Won't get into why, but so I haven't seen you in a long time. I kind of forgot about it. What else do we have here? We're halfway through the vinyl. I mentioned Bedsore. I've got these guys coming on Monday. This is a borderline, maybe top 10 album for me. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, if you like old Uriah Heep, the first couple of albums, you like Red Era King Crimson, you like Ennio Morricone, however you say his name, Ennio Morricone, soundtrack stuff. If you like Opeth, Swevin, maybe a little Cryptic Shift, Goblin, then you'll love this album, man. You'll love it. And got the, I think they call it Orange Halloween Merge Brown. Fucking cool looking variant there. All right. Let's talk about Heir Apparent. You're going to see some Heir Apparent here. Had to have all their vinyl. So this is the 2018 album, The View from Below. I haven't gotten this one digested much. The first two are so goddamn good. I've struggled to get this one fully digested. I need to do that tomorrow before I have Terry on. But again, I got Terry Gore. I think it's Gorle or Gorle. I'm not sure. Gorle. I need to ask him about that before I say it when I talk to him. But he's coming on Tuesday at either 9 or 10 o'clock. We're going to talk about the history of Heir Apparent. We're going to talk about the albums. It's going to be probably a nice long one. And I hope it's at 9 o'clock because I need to try to get to sleep by 2 or 3 because I'm traveling the next day. So, I'll be flying out to Minneapolis and then on to Denver for my trip. So, yeah, Heir Apparent. So I didn't stop there, of course. I got the 30th anniversary edition of Graceful Inheritance, which differs quite a bit from the original, what they ended up printing as the artwork. And we'll talk to Terry about this. The band wasn't thrilled with the artwork that was chosen for it. This is the artwork that ended up being on it. I kind of like this, man. I kind of like that artwork quite a bit. I think it's busy, but it's very Voivodian, very metal, very cool. But this is the 30th anniversary reissue. It's on yellow vinyl. I think it's on Metalworks, who I've been talking to James there. He's going to help me get a couple other people on. Yeah, it's Northwest Metalworks Music. I don't know if this was remixed or just remastered. Digitally remastered. So I had to have it on vinyl. Had to have it. All right. And last but not least, on Northwest Metalworks, again, the second Heir Apparent album. I'm totally in love with this band. I've heard people say that they were a discount Queensryche. I disagree, except for the vocal department. Whereas on this album, the guy, I think his name was Paul. Shit. No, Paul Davison was on the first one. What's his name, man? I forget the guy's name, but the guy that sang on this one, man, absolutely fucking amazing, man. Absolutely. He's right there with Jeff Tate. I will say there's a couple songs on here that flirt dangerously with the warning. In particular, one song that sounds like End Forces almost exactly. I'm going to point that out to Terry kind of delicately, but the singer for this band, what's his name? Damn it. Fuck me, man. I hate when I can't remember stuff. Steve Benito. Absolutely fucking amazing vocalist. I don't know where he's at these days. Would love to have him on. No, Terry Gorley is the guitar player, dude. He's not the singer. Steve Benito is the guy's name. He is so much like Jeff Tate. It's kind of eerie. But this album, that said, this album's fucking fantastic. This album might actually, I might like it a little better overall than the first one. One Small Voice, amazing album. I don't know if you know them, Mark. If you don't, you should, man. They're Canadian. Or no, they're not Canadian. They're they're Washington. But I would think you'd dig them quite a bit. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. About 5 or 6 more. The new Opeth. It is a fucking masterpiece. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're a Michael Ockerfeld hater. The guy's pound for pound. I mean, that's all I've had to drink, and I'm stumbling over words. Pound for pound, Michael Ockerfeld is probably the best progressive death metal songwriter out there. I'm sorry, it's just a fact. This is a killer. You're not going to be able to see it real well, though, I'm afraid. It's a dark green, but it doesn't look green. Swirl. They call it Angry Sea or something like that. And I believe it was a Rough Trade exclusive, I believe. I'm still waiting on my CD, DVD, or my CD Blu-ray copy of this album. I don't know what's going on with that, but it hasn't showed from Amazon. But The Last Will and Testament, Opeth. You're absolutely going to hear about this in my top 10 or higher in the top 24 for 24. It's a fucking masterpiece, man. It's great. It's great. All right, 4 or 5 more, 6 more, and then we'll jump over to the Hang. All right, From Profound Lore. This one, I hate when they make the jackets so big you can't get them in this way across. So I had to put it in this way. This is the soundtrack by Robin Carolyn for the new Nosferatu, which I think comes out next week. Is it this Friday? Next Friday? I think it's next Friday. Am I wrong about that? I could be wrong, yeah. This one is this kind of cool ass blue galaxy Milky Way thing. And man, it's so cool. And then on top of that, it comes with, which I'm not going to dig it out, but it comes with a lithograph that is stamped and numbered. I think there's only 1,000 of these that were made by Profound Lore. So have to be honest with you, I've not listened to this yet, but I love Nosferatu. I that's not true. I listened to some really quick sound clips, and I knew I'd dig it. So I was all over this one. And I love the Popol Vuh or Popol Vuh album called Nosferatu, which is one of my all-time favorite albums. I'd need to get that on vinyl. I'd like to get it on vinyl. All right. Sabotage, Sirens reissue. I don't think I showed this. If I did, I'm sorry. Kind of a turquoise. Sabotage, if you know me, you know they're one of my favorite bands of all time. I love this album. I just picked up Dungeons Are Calling on CD, an original Metal Blade. I don't know if there's anything in here. And it's kind of interesting because they just announced they're doing European dates. So I don't know if that means we're going to be getting these were the sleeves. Never mind. I don't think this came with any inserts. I'm kind of surprised. But I am going to slowly start accumulating Sabotage, these reissues, because they're amazing. And I fucking love this album. All right, buddy. See you, Mark. So yeah, there you go. Nice insert for the Sirens, and you'll be seeing more Sabotage vinyl in the future. Maybe some OG stuff, or maybe I'll just get these represses because they sound and look fucking amazing, man. All right, almost done here, guys. I thought there was more stuff here than I have. I'm kind of surprised that I mean, this is a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. All right, some cheaper ones here. $6, $7, $8 ones. Frank Marino from Montreal. One of my, if you know me, you know Frank is one of my favorite guitar players of all times. I've had him on the show a couple times. Wanted a copy of this on vinyl because I have most of his stuff on vinyl. None of this is really hard to find or worth a lot of money. I think I paid $7, but this is a $8. I'm sorry, this is a mint copy. It's in great shape. And that was when Frank kind of went solo, although Jimmy Ayo drums on the album, but Paul Harwood doesn't, from Mahogany Rush. Heart Barracuda. Hype sticker in the shrink. There you go. What's that say there? Nichols Department Store, man. This was probably like a $4 album, $4.99 album back then. I love Heart. I'm gonna grab their older albums just on cheapy, $8, $7, $8 albums. This is probably my favorite Heart album, although I love Dog and Butterfly, like Baby Lestrange. Was gonna grab some of that when I was there, but I was like, I'm gonna hold off a little bit. But Heart, Little Queen. Love the title track on this. I believe this has Magic Man on it, right? Magic Man should be on here. Barracuda, Love Alive, love that song. Sylvan song, Dream of the Archer is great. Kick It Out, Little Queen. Say Hello, no. Okay, it's not on here. Cry to Me is great. I don't know why I thought that Magic Man was on here. Huh. Interesting. So that just means I got to go out and get the rest of their stuff. Now, none of these are real stellar. I mean, they sound great, but they're not, and the jacket's in relatively unscathed shape. So it was worth $7. Is that what I paid for it? Oh, no, I paid 10 for that. Wow. Because it's a VG Plus. So there you go. All right, 3 more LPs, and I think we're done, guys. One of which I may have shown, so I left it for last. I grabbed the latest Jerry Cantrell, I Want Blood. Best Cantrell album. Well, he's only got 4, but the last one I did not like, and I did not buy it. I'll probably get it on CD, cheap CD somewhere. Dreamboat Annie, thanks, Tim. This is it's three sides for the album, and then on the red, and then on the final side, it's all spoken word of all the tracks. I've not listened to it yet, but each person that was in the band got to submit like a take on the music and then how they would speak it or sing it. So I don't know what that sounds like yet, but I will say this album is it's on par with Degradation Trip. It's not as good as Degradation Trip is pretty much untouchable as far as I'm concerned, as far as Cantrell goes. Actually, I like it even as much, or I like it as much as probably the first 2 albums by them. So it's a fucking killer album, man. Jerry definitely stepped up. It's heavy, it's dark, it's groovy, it's great. So all right, there we go. That's that. Next to last one here is Blood Incantation. This is the die cut sleeve 2. Interdimensional Extinction EP on picture disc. I love this image. One of my favorite images ever for artwork. This just is so cool with the Saturn and the skulls in the ring of Saturn. I have that shirt for this too because I think it's so badass. And of course, when you stick this in there, the back image disappears. But I think that's a killer image too. I think it's the same artist. I believe it's the same guy. But I had to have this. I just got that in not too long ago. And finally, since I showed a George Benson CD at the end, I, of course, have to show a George Benson LP at the end. And I don't think I showed this. Double live George Benson Weekend in LA. Man, so goddamn good. I love George Benson. So damn good. So Maybe I did. Maybe I did show this. I don't know. Maybe I did. But I think it's going to be a tradition from here on out that I'm going to show George Benson at the end of live streams. All right. So to reiterate quickly, tonight at 10:30. So in about 30 minutes, we'll wrap up here in about 10 minutes or so. I want to grab a quick bite. We're going to be doing a Saturday Slay crew hang with probably a bunch of people will be dropping by. Jump on over there in a half an hour. We're just going to be bullshitting, talking metal, talking current events, travel, shows, all that kind of stuff that we always do. On Monday at 3 p.m., Bed Sore, Julio Ramoli and David Itre are coming on to talk about the new Bed Sore album. It's fantastic. Go listen to it. Check it out. It's fucking amazing. And then on Tuesday at either 9 or 10 p.m., I'm going to be having Terry Gorley on from Heir Apparent. Maybe Phil Tugas will join us. Maybe he won't. But I got to move on. It's time to get that one done. So, and then at that point, Wednesday the 4th, I fly out to Denver to go to Decibel Fest, Denver, hang out with Jimmy, Future Ruins, and my buddy Scott, who was so kind. We'll talk more about that in the other live, but without Jimmy or Scott, none of this would be happening. And my buddy Chuck, too, who's probably going to join us tonight. But I'll be heading out then after the fest in Denver for 5 days. I'll be there, 4.5 days. And then I fly out to San Francisco for 8 days and stay there. And then it's finally home about a week before Christmas. My daughter's flying in from Nashville a couple days after I get home from California. So crossing my fingers I don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. And I'm going to be hanging with her a lot. And then finally, the last thing to note is on January 4th, Saturday, probably 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing the top 24 of 24. Whole cast of characters, some that you know, some that you don't. Some will be doing a top 10. Some will do a top 15. Some might do a top 20. We're not doing top 40 like Nick and all these other people that mention every single damn album that came out in 2024. I'm not that guy. 24 is too many as it is. But yeah, I think that's it. Rick, am I missing anything? Am I forgetting anything? No, we're not doing that. No. Man, is there anything else that I was talking about that I don't remember? I think that's it. Other than I think there's a good shot that interviews with either Frederick, maybe Michael, I doubt it, and some of the guys from Tribulation will be happening. I also have Jonathan Halton of Tribulation coming up. I believe that will probably not be until January. We'll see what else happens. There's a couple other people I reached out to that I'm going to bump the reminder to see if they're interested. But, it's a weird time of the year. A lot of people are traveling, family, all that kind of stuff. So won't probably be a whole lot happening in December, except my live reports from the fest. And also I'm going to see Chelsea Wolf and maybe Wasp, maybe Death Angel when I'm out in San Francisco. So maybe I'll do some live stuff from there, maybe upload some pictures, videos. But I don't think we're going to do any shows. There won't be any stuff going on. Dennis and I were supposed to get a Forgotten Metal Gems in. He's been ducking me. You've been ducking me, Dennis. I know you have, you bitch. Maybe we'll try to knock that out that week before Christmas. I'll see if I can figure that out. So, King Diamond was awesome. Fantastic. Amazing. Just so good. I got Andy LaRocque pick that he was throwing to somebody above me, and it fell on two of them. And one fell on me. Another one fell in front of me. And the one that fell next to me, this young girl who I talked to her uncle and said it was her first concert. I went to bend down and grab it, and I could have been a dick and sort of elbowed her out of the way and grab it. But I'm like, hey, that's for you. You deserve that. But while I was down there, I saw another one between these guys' legs. So I just basically crawled between their legs and grabbed the fucking pick. I didn't give a shit. It's probably not the first time you've crawled between some guy's legs. Go ahead. Come on. Somebody do it. Come on. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Anybody got any questions on the stuff that I showed? Like I said, we're going to jump back into a live with the Saturn Slay crew around 10:30. So jump on and join us for that if you want. Malia, you're always welcome. Always welcome to join us. I think you said you were going to join us like 2 years ago or something like that, wasn't it? Rick, do you remember that was like half a century ago, wasn't it? That she said she was going to join us and she never did. Or she had some problem with her ear pods or some nonsense. Do you remember that? I don't remember what it was, but where's the raw black metal vinyl? Nope. Don't have any, dude. Don't have any. I do have some black metal coming. I showed Azagal, you dumbass. Okay, that wasn't vinyl, but showed Azagal. It's pretty black metal. I thought I showed some other. Wasn't there some other stuff? I thought there was more. Yeah, you never did. You always say you will, and then you never do. Yeah, not much. I'm not a weird little dude that sits in his room and tries to figure out if the worm guy will talk to him. I just sit around wondering if Paul Riedel will talk to me when I go to the show. Anyway, Andrew, just busting your balls, man. I'll see you in a little bit. Anybody got any questions? Malia, we're doing a hang on here, but not until a little later, half an hour from now. I have reel to reel. I have the original vinyl, Tim. The original. I have all of the original vinyls, the EMI original gatefold vinyls for the first 4 albums, except Script. I had it, and I sold it like a fucking idiot, man. And I would give it. I got to go look for that. Now that you bring that up, I got to go see if I can find a because all the originals were EMI gatefolds. I have the Capitol original, which is the American version, but it's not a gatefold, and it's on the Capitol Burgundy spindle thing. What do they call that thing? The Malia, what's that thing in the middle? The round thing, the label in the middle. What do they call that? I'm not up on all the VC vinyl lingo. The center piece, center hole label. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. I have all those except for Script. I have a lot of singles, 12-inch singles, Tim. The original 12-inch singles like Garden Party, He Knows You Know, what else? Punch and Judy. I mean, that's like, other than Rush, Marillion might be my second favorite band of all time. Maybe it's up there. It's really close. And then the Thingamajig, is that it? And then I have Dead Wax. Yeah, the center label that goes around the Dead Wax part there. There's a name for it. I think they just call it the center hole label or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to do the hang Monday at 3, bed sore interview. If you're around and you're off work or whatever, pop on. Looks good when these guys come on and I have a little bit more people coming on. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm kind of getting the shits of the fact that I've been stuck on 1340, 1330. I got up to 1350 and then 2 people left. Granted, I haven't been dropping content a lot lately, although I've been doing a lot of the live videos and that kind of stuff. But I am kind of getting a little frustrated that I'm not getting more traction and moving a little faster. And, I started a Facebook and Instagram, and my Instagram for this page which was where I do a lot of my, tonight, Malia, in 25 minutes tonight here. You're welcome to join. I'll send you a link. But hey, what's up? What's up, Logan? I don't know if you're joining, but I sent you a text. tonight in 30 minutes. I'm getting a little bit tired of the fact that I can't seem to move very quickly lately. While I watch some of these other channels that just fucking seem to explode. Usually the one thing in common is that they've got this edgy, clickbaity titles, or they are into the negative shit about the music community and all that stuff. And I don't travel in that, generally speaking, unless I'm talking about one particular guy in the VC. I do make fun of J-Dog a little bit, but then kind of everybody does, whatever. Or Dead by Dog, excuse me. He's comical at times. And granted, he does a video every day. I don't do that. I'll never do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the physical health to do that. But it does get kind of annoying when my fucking Facebook page has like 108 people. My Instagram, which I thought would have quite a few, has like 450. Like nobody goes there and does anything. It's like, what the fuck, man? So that's kind of annoying. I'm not bitching and complaining. I'm not whining like a pink panty wearing douche canoe. I'm just saying I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if it's because everybody in the world goes out on Instagram and on Facebook and buys advertising. Maybe that's what it is. I don't really want to buy advertising because if you'll note something, I never say to you guys, super chats are available. They are. You can donate if you'd like. Nobody has, but you can. But I just don't think to, because I've never done this thing as a means of making money. It was never that way. Shit, I made 35 t-shirts for this show. I gave away 20 of them, 22 of them. I sold a small handful, mostly to my friends on here, guys like Tim, which Tim got his for the cost of the shipping because he was up in Canada. Logan, I don't think, did you buy one, Logan? I don't remember. I don't think you did. Maybe you did and I forgot. Andrew bought one, but I gave him a little bit of a cut. Rick got a freebie because he did work for me, and I like Rick a lot. And I had to, well, actually, that's not true. I don't like Rick at all, but I felt I had to give him one. But yeah, man, it just gets, I don't know. It just gets, anyways, I gave away 2/3 of those t-shirts, if not more. I didn't make, from what I spent and what I got in as far as money, wasn't even close. And that's fine. I don't have a problem. I'm not doing it again. I gave a lot of those to the musical guests that I have on who are good friends of mine, but I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, the shirt's $20 with shipping. And generally, if I know you and you're somebody that's come onto my channel a lot or come to my live streams or commented, I'll probably even knock like $5 for you just to get a shirt out there and have one out there. But yeah, liking Rick is not required. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up here in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Does anybody have any questions, gnawing questions that they would like me to answer relative to the stuff I showed tonight, relative to gas masks and hand grenades? As far as concerts and stuff, don't ask about that because we're gonna go there in the post thing. We'll go back. We did a little bit on Rick's the other night. We'll probably talk about some of that stuff on my hang tonight in 20 minutes. Jason, I listened to the album. It's not for me, dude. I'm not into that type of death metal. The slammy sort of stuff that has the breakbeat stuff. What I listen to, I'm not a brutal death guy. Yeah, I'm not a brutal death guy. As Rick says, I'm really not. I can take a little bit like Suffo at times, but I mean, I don't even know, bands like Cattle Decap and I don't know. I don't even know who's Brutal Death. Who's Brutal Death that I should know about? Who's Brutal Death? What's that other band out of the Tampa era? Not Defeated Sanity. Begins with an M. Malevolent Creation. It's all right. Not my thing. No, Logan, what do you mean you missed the whole thing? I don't know what you mean. We're doing the stream tonight in 20 minutes from now. So I got to go right 2 minutes. I'm going because I got to go get a bite to eat. I haven't eaten all day today, so I'm starving. So I'm gonna eat some shit burrito or something like that to get me through, because I'm probably gonna drink a little tonight. Yeah. Nobody got any questions? Oh yeah, you missed this stream. The collection update. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Logan. Fucking poser, man. You ain't no real fan. I'm just kidding. That's about it. So everybody that's here, there's 17 people. Rick and sorry, man, I got indigestion here. Rick and Logan are going to be jumping on. Malia, if you want to jump on, you can. Of course. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll send you the link. I know you won't. But yeah, we got guys. Logan, Rick, Marty might be hopping on. Chromie D might be hopping on. I need to hit up Aaron and see if he wants to hop on. Dennis should be hopping on. Nick will probably hop on. So it'll be a bunch of people that'll be hopping on. Well, I'm just telling the truth, Malia. I mean, come on now. I mean, you know I'm inviting you, and you know you're not going to show up. So there you go. And you're just hanging out with the fucking metal dudes. That's all. It is what it is. So, yeah, I'm not into the Brodequin, man. That's not my style either, man. Not my style. Yeah, if it's brutal death, anything with pig squeal vocals, anything screamo for the most part, the real, that brutal death stuff, yeah, it's just not for me, man. I like more melody in the death metal I listen to, and I like the cavernous, really fucking creepy stuff, or the real progressive stuff, the Tomb Mold, the Horrendous, that kind of stuff. Those are the bands I totally fucking love. So where is Brian? Brian's been invited, so hopefully he stops in too. But yeah, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go take a bite to eat, and we'll go from there. All right. I think that's it. Let me just check my messages here. Tyler's coming on. And then all right. Maybe I'll get John Holm to drop on. He just texted me, so maybe he'll pop in for a little bit. But anyways, guys, Bedsore's fucking awesome, dude. It's so good. All right, I got to go. Thank you to everybody that popped in here. We'll see you in about 15 minutes, all right? 15, 20 minutes. Rick, Logan, I'll see you here. Malia. You can stop in, hon. You can just stop in for a couple minutes and leave if you're feeling uncomfortable. But anyway, I think that's it. I know I'm forgetting something. Guys, you can donate. I know you won't, but you can. And you can buy a shirt. I'd actually prefer that over like the Super Chat stuff, because I didn't open up my Super Chat account yet. I can take them, but I haven't set it up yet. So, and now I'll show you how interested I was in making money. I was able to monetize a year ago almost. And I fucked around and never got the goddamn AdSense thing set up and never bothered. I lost out on probably $120 of revenue. So, yeah, send you pics of the what? What shirts? Oh, the t-shirt. Yeah, I will. I think it's up on my Instagram though. If you go look, it's there. Hold on. Actually, I might have it here on the. Hold on, I might actually have it on the. Where's the? Hold on. Isn't it in here? Hold on. All right, let me see if I can. Can I do this? I think. Where is it? Why can't I share that? What? Am I still live? Am I still live, guys? I can't tell. I just got a weird message. Why can't I? Chrome tab, window tab. Why don't I have it in Windows? Damn it. Nah, it keeps booting me out. All right. Malia, I'll send you a picture. I got to go, guys. So thanks to everybody that was here. Oops. Thanks to everybody that stopped in. Lots of good shit in there. Just go check it out. Or, yeah, Malia, jump on the page. I know it's in my Instagram page, and you can check it out. And if you want one, Malia, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. Don't go through the link. I'll cut you a good deal on one. I got to get some made, though, because I don't have any smalls left. So, which, probably be January before that happens. So, anyway, what's up, everybody? Oh, no. Goodbye, everybody. Peace. See you in a couple minutes.